Sa scripture reading pa rin natin, tinatalakay pa rin natin is Daniel chapter 5. The last time, binasa po natin yung buong kabanata, but this time around, magpo-focus lang po tayo from verse 1 hanggang verse 6. So kung nandoon na po kayo, let's begin. Verse 1. Belshazzar's feast. Belshazzar, the king, made a great feast for the 1,000 of his lords, and drank wine in the presence of the 1,000. While he tasted the wine, Belshazzar gave the command to bring the gold and silver vessels which his father Nebuchadnezzar had taken from the temple which had been in Jerusalem, that the king and his lords, his wives, and his concubines might drink from them. Then they brought the gold vessels that had been taken from the temple of the house of God, which had been in Jerusalem, and the king and his lords, his wives, and his concubines drank from them. They drank wine, and they praised the gods of gold and silver, bronze and iron, wood and stone. In the same hour, the fingers of a man's hand appeared and wrote opposite the lampstand on the plaster of the wall of the king's palace. And the king saw the part of the hand that wrote. Then the king's countenance changed, and his thoughts troubled him, so that the joints of his lips were loosened, and his knees knocked against each other. Belshazzar's legacy is a tragic. Isa po siyang trahedya. Bagamat ginamit ni Daniel ang kanyang pangalan ng 2 beses dito sa kanyang aklat, ito ay para lamang ma-establish yung date ng mga visions. Kaya ang makikita lang natin na information sa kanyang buhay, yung kanyang character at yung naging ambag niya dito sa Bible ay yung araw na sila ay naglasingan at nag-happy-happy, ngunit ang naging katapusan ay ang kanyang kamatayan. Nabasa natin na inanyayahan niya yung kanyang mga government officials kasama ang kanyang mga asawa at yung kanyang napakaraming mga babae, concubines. Nung panahon nila kapag official state of affairs ang kanilang pagtitipon, walang kasama mga babae doon, maliban lang kung kasama nung kanyang mga government officials yung kanilang mga asawa. Pero normally, kung lalaki, puro lalaki lang sila. Kaya makukonclude natin na hindi ito official business, kundi party time. Hindi nagtagal sa kanilang pagpaparty ay umagos na ang alak at nang sila ay mga lasing na, kaya may imagine na lang natin kung ano-anong kamunduhan ang kanilang pinaggagawa kasama yung mga babae. From a worldly assessment, they were really having fun. So as often occurs in sinful abandonment, kapag sobra ng kamunduhan ang nangyayari sa mga ganitong klaseng party, kadalasan nagmamanifest ang sins of the flesh sa pamamagitan ng paglibak sa Diyos, to mock God, bastusin ang Diyos, i-curse ang Diyos, or i-challenge ang Diyos either through their words or through their deeds. Nang lasing na si Belshazzar, inutusan niya ang kanyang mga servants na kunin yung mga gold vessels, yung mga gintong kupita o yung mga gold cup na galing sa temple sa Jerusalem at napagtripan nila na gamitin ang mga ito sa kanilang inuman. Years earlier, kinuha ng mga tauhan ni Nebuchadnezzar mula sa Jerusalem temple itong mga ito at dinala sa Babylon itong mga gold and silver vessels as their spoils of victory. Kadalasan, dinidisplay nila itong mga spoils of victory upang ipakita na ang kanilang Diyos-Diyosan, meaning yung Diyos-Diyosan ng mga Babylonian, ay mas makapangyarihan doon sa mga Diyos-Diyosan ng mga tinalo nila sa gera at kanilang nasakop. Pero yung pagbabastos or profaning nitong mga holy vessels na nakadisplay lamang ng mga Diyos ay hindi yung pangkaraniwan. Lalo na itong kanilang nilapastangan na mga holy vessels which is consecrated to the one true God was a blasphemous and a very serious mistake. Nasobra itong si Belshazzar sa kanyang makamundong kasiyahan kaya hindi na niya naisip ang eternal consequences ng kanyang kasalanan. That is invariably one of the real dangers of sin. Sin serves the moment, but its pleasures are only for a season. Hebrews 11 verse 25. Belshazzar was having a time of his life. Warning po ito sa atin. Ang kasiyahan na binigay ng kasalanan at ng mundo ay panandalian lang at hindi natin alam kung kailan tayo haharap sa Diyos, either sa kamatayan o sa muling pagbabalik ng ating Panginoong Hesus. Gaya ng sinabi sa Matthew 24 verse 37 to 39, where the coming of the Son of Man will be just like the days of Noah. For as in those days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark. And they did not understand until the flood came and took them all away. So will the coming of the Son of Man be.